I think we could all agree on one thing when it comes to mono relationships. It's really, really hard to get with someone who will appreciate you for who you are as a good man, as a good woman. But in today's day and age, there are so many influencers that are young and dumb, that are very immature and refuse to grow up to take any accountability for everything. And it sucks to know that that is exactly what's going on with these actors in Hollywood. Especially you have someone like Jonah Hill. His ex-girlfriend is calling him a narcissist. I mean, narcissistic massage. His ex-girlfriend is calling him a narcissistic misogynist. All because he's setting boundaries in a relationship that you don't want to take seriously. Now you see, this is what happens when men get into any relationships with these modern women, these 304s, whether they're an influencer or not. Now, mind you, she's a surfer. Again, we know nothing about these two. We know about Jonah Hill, but we don't know nothing about this surfer. These bitter modern women went crazy over her tweet, and they're all calling him a misogynist. They're calling him a narcissistic when she's the one that is basically tripping. So it's because a man is setting boundaries in a relationship. You call him a misogynist. I would like for y'all to give me the definition of the word misogynist. I'll wait. Crickets? Exactly. So instead of you calling him something that you know nothing about, why not just say, hey, I understand it. I'm going to respect your decision. I'm not going to take any more bikini pictures with a whole bunch of men around me. That's all you had to do. But nah, you decided to take it to social media and embarrass yourself like a punk, like the punk that you are. I think sometimes being an adult can be tricky for certain people because they would rather live in this fantasy bubble like they're in their 20s and teenage years because their mind is so stuck up being in their early 20s and being a hoe. You know, men can be hoes too. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a whole bunch of men out here that are being hoes, sleeping with a bunch of girls, and girls sleeping with a bunch of guys. I mean, basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'm just a person that calls it like I see it. It goes on both parties, not just Jonah, but his ex-girlfriend. So, with that being said, let's get into this article, and I'm going to express what my thoughts are, and I'm going to break down each of the paragraph of what my initial thoughts are and why I think that needs to completely change. Jonah Hill's former girlfriend Sarah Brady is accusing him of being an emotional abusive to her when they were together. The server shared screenshots last week of alleged text messages between the pair that she said were sent during their relationship. Brady slammed the movie star for being a narcissistic misogynist in a series of posts largely on her Instagram story. Now, here's the part what I don't understand. You calling him a misogynist for setting up boundaries in relationships because all he want was peace and respect. You do not take some disrespectful, provocative photos of yourself online while you're surrounded by men. I get it, you're a surfer, but at least you could do is set some boundaries and have respect in the relationship. But I feel like you don't want to do that because you're calling him insecure because there are a bunch of men around her. The thing that really bothers me about modern women is that anytime when a man wants a good relationship, if he wants trust, you're calling him insecure because we know what you girls like to do in your girls' night out. You go, you get drunk, you kiss a bunch of guys, and then you cheat on your men, and you expect them to come pick you up and take you seriously. Why should we? You are pretty much proving our point yet again. It's the reason why we are staying single in 2023 because of your oddly behavior. And this is why I've always said to you dads out there, please be in your child's lives. No, be in your child's lives. Because if not, this will be the result. Accountability is everyone's kryptonite. And it's sad to me that none of these people are willing to take any responsibilities for their actions. And as for Sarah, she took a massive L on social media because she embarrassed herself by sending screenshots of their exchanged text messages while they're in a relationship. It's a red flag, first of all. You could have dealt with this whole thing privately. Because as a man, if my girlfriend did that to me, I would have broke up with her immediately, privately. So it's because he's setting boundaries in a relationship. You want to call him a misogynist, and then you call him insecure because he wants respect while he's in a relationship. Are you kidding me right now? Now I know why, the dating market in the US is in hot water because of stuff like this. There's a reason why men are checking out of relationships. This is the problem. And if you are willing to understand that, then you need to go see a therapist. This is a warning to all girls. So this is what Sarah said on her social media. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an... What? Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down because this is all cap. This is all cap. This is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an ear. Brady wrote alongside a Snapchat of text messages allegedly sent by Hill asking her to remove any surfing photos from her Instagram showing her ass in a thong. God forgive me for saying that, but those were his words, not mine. So what he's trying to do is try to set boundaries because he doesn't want to be embarrassed by his girl anytime when she's at the beach. When somebody is coming up to her and say, hey, can I take a picture? Like, do you not know that her man is right there? And what's sad to me about this the most is that women often don't do anything, just let it happen because they're calling him insecure because he doesn't like the fact that other guys are taking pictures with her while she's in a bikini where the big booty is out that is not covered. And especially when her boyfriend is right there. And Jonah Hill is trying to tell her, look, I don't want to see these dudes around you because you know what you're doing. All you're doing is just disrespecting the relationship. So how is he setting boundaries, talking to you like trash, is misogynistic and narcissistic? I don't get it. Brady said the actor used to manipulate her over her profession. In one screenshot, the text allegedly from Hills criticized Brady's modeling career, saying it is the last profession I would be with as a partner. Wow. So he's pretty much letting you know that he's done dating these 304s, these models, having these hot girl summers, knowing that they're in a relationship with a good man in their lives. You had a good man, but you effed it up. You could have just said no and walked out, but you decided to choose social media, Instagram, and Twitter. Now you are really embarrassing yourselves yet again. and it's starting to show. I feel bad for Jonah because as a man, I know it's hard to be in a committed relationship with someone that you like. But I think what we should be doing is paying full attention of what these women are doing. Like, what are their motives? Like, we're not paying fully attention of how these women are because they're pretty much exposing themselves that are telling on themselves yet again, exposing their true colors. Because you're sitting here claiming that it would be his last profession, that you wouldn't want to be with a partner like that because he's setting boundaries. Hell, even professional models have set some boundaries in relationships. And they don't even do the crap that you're doing. I swear, I just feel like these modern women will do anything for attention, to seek validation, that want to be right about everything instead of taking accountability. Jonah Hill did nothing wrong but try to set boundaries, and they don't even respect that. After Brady, who went public with her relationship with Jonah in August 2021, so this was 2 years ago, text that she took down all of the posts. The replies allegedly from the Sausage Party actor said it was a good start, but Brady didn't seem to get his point. I think we all know what that meant. She may have deleted the post, but she's still thinking of her whole phase because she's a model and a surfer. When somebody wants you to delete provocative photos of your Instagram while you're in a relationship, at least you could do is just respect the decision and just do it. All they want was love and respect, and you can't even give them none of that because you want to be a grown woman, you want to do what you want to do. I mean, I find funny that a lot of people are calling him crazy for giving her an ultimatum. Instead of him doing it in a aggressive, immature way, he did it in the most maturity way possible. So he's pretty much letting her know, look, you either just don't do the stuff that is making me uncomfortable, or you could just dip. So he gave her a choice. Either you want to be with me or you want to be in the streets. So he let her go. And I think he did the right thing by letting her go because these modern women are so lost in this world. They don't know how to have self-respect in relationships with someone who is committed to them, who is into nobody but them alone. Okay, so this part where he had to let her go when he gave her an ultimatum, and I love how he did it. He says, but it's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear. The text allegedly from Hill continued. You refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear. And I hope it makes you happy. Keep making me for granted. Another text read, go mode is a fulfilling life. Woo! Okay. I love how mature he is taking this, because in most cases when we see couples fight on social media, they come off very immature-ish. You know, instead of handling situations like adults, they just would go crazy, try to expose their private business. But the way Jonah Hill is doing it, he gave her an ultimatum and he did it in the most mature way possible. So I am 100% on Jonah's side on this one, because what Sarah's trying to do is try to expose him, but all she ever did was well, embarrass herself on social media like all women do, because they refuse to take accountability. They refuse to respect a man's boundaries and relationships. They don't ever want to let go of the whole phase, because that is exactly what's going on in today's day and age. They refuse to let go of the whole phase. It is sad. Another message appeared to show the Canadian telling Brady that if she wants to serve with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, and have friendships with women who are in unstable places, wow. He said to have friends with women who are in unstable places. Oh, that's got to be a burn. That's got to be a burn. Because I think, no. Personally, I blame feminism for how these model women are. Because there are so many of them walking around, booty shorts, cheeks everywhere. And I've seen some incident like around Atlanta or somewhere where the majority of black people are going absolutely crazy because of something happened. Cops everywhere, 304s shaking their thought pockets, try to think that everybody is intimidated by them, but we're not. The police are not. So you're doing all of that because what? You don't like the rules? So it's because Jonah set boundaries in a relationship that you were in. You calling him a narcissistic misogynist. Words that you don't know nothing about. So I'm guessing since in the Western culture, everybody is toxic. Everybody has to have a whole face. Shaking their thought pockets, making thirst traps on social media, being a 304 that you are, thinking that a man's supposed to take you seriously. And we have an OnlyFans if you're a porn star and you somehow expect men to wipe you up, to put a ring on it. Absolutely not. So what Jonah did was he went out like a G. He didn't go crazy. He didn't do it in the nasty way. He didn't do it in the nasty, disrespectful tone. All he actually did was give her an ultimatum. And she chose to leave. But instead, she took it to social media and just continued to embarrass herself. Unbelievable. So like I said, I don't know nothing about this surfer. But all I know for sure is that people like her deserve to take an L. And I hope the guy that Jonah Hill works on himself, focus on his career, focus on his goal, his path, and maybe somebody in his life will come to him. Someone who is traditional, who is respectful in a relationship, who loves people, loving and caring. Why not get your passport, go to the Philippines, because they're the best out there. They know how to love and nurture to men that are willing to protect them, and they're going to do the same for them. Unlike women here in the U.S., which they refuse to do. It's sad. I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it. And there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership, the text added. So let me read to you one more time so we could get a clear understanding of what his ultimatums are. He says, and it continue on, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it. And there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership, the text added. Now, I love how mature he is taking this and he is going out, because even though he has no hard feelings for her, he didn't argue with her. He didn't get mad at her. He just felt uncomfortable with you taking thirst traps, bikini pictures, and you have a whole bunch of men around you, and especially when you're a server. And so what he did was he actually let her know, look, I understand that's what you want to do, so be it. But don't expect me to take you seriously and stay in a relationship if you can't respect the boundaries. Serving with men without you, they're, they're unless they are trusted close friends. Stop the cap. Close, trusted close friends. Trusted close friends. That sounds like cap to me because if you're saying that, you know, he shouldn't be giving you an ultimatum because he's telling you not to take booty pictures while you're around horny bastards I've seen on social media, then he has every right to be insecure because of how you are. And you see, women always want to tell us that we're insecure. If you're going out with your friends, being a hoe, getting drunk, twerking and carrying on, making out with a bunch of guys, and then you expect us to stay with you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. For one thing, this is an all red flag to me. Trusted, close friends, that don't sound right to me. Mutually agreed upon. Boundaryless, inappropriate friendship with men. To model, to post pictures of myself in a bathing suit for the next year, unless it is a tasteful, likely surfing photo. You have pre. What? According to the Fox News, Brady had allegedly replied to Hill, writing, understood, I don't need or want surfing with men without you. There, unless they are trusted, close friends, which don't sound right to me, mutually agreed upon. Boundaryless, inappropriate friendship with men, to model, to post pictures of myself in a bathing suit for the next year, unless it is a tasteful, likely surfing photo. You have pre-approved to post sexual pictures, friendships with unstable women from my recent past, beyond getting a lunch, a coffee, or something respectful. Yeah, this chick is tripping. She is basically tripping, and she's letting us know that she would rather just do what she wants because she's a female. She can do whatever she wants without dealing with no repercussions, consequences. And so it's obvious to me that if a man is trying to set boundaries in relationships, you would rather just give him this, letting him know that I don't need you to tell me what to do. I'll do whatever I want. I refuse to grow up. I refuse to do what you tell me to do. I'm out. But at the end of the day, you have the power to get out of that narcissistic relationship, because if anybody that is a narcissist, it's her, not Jonah. All he did was try to set boundaries in relationships. No, in a relationship. And you want to call him a misogynist? Why? Because he did that? Or because he wants you to have self-respect for yourself? Ridiculous. Brady said the Don't Look Up star was initially undisturbed by her surfing photos, seemingly providing supporting proof by sharing a screenshot of a July 2021 direct message conversation allegedly with Hill, in which he reached he reached with hard eyes. Okay, so he's basically telling us that even though they both had liked each other's stuff or whatever though, but still, I don't. Though she never directly named Hill in her post, the athlete went on to clarify that Someone being an emotionally abusive partner doesn't mean they're a terrible person. Then why did you call him a misogynist? Why did you call him a narcissistic misogynist if you want to think that he's an emotionally abusive partner? None of which she says make any sense at all, and I really don't understand why these people are taking it way too far. It often stems from their own trauma. Okay, but what does their trauma have anything to do with it? Because all they specifically want is to have some respect in a relationship. That's all they ever asked. That's all they ever wanted. But no, you decided to take it to social media and calling him a narcissistic misogynist, where you know nothing about, and you calling him insecure because you wearing a bikini pictures, bathing suit with a whole bunch of men. Who knows if you have a big booty? They're probably tapping your behind right now, and you want to call him insecure. Maybe he has every right to be insecure because of how you are as a person without taking any accountability. But instead, you just take the Twitter, try to call yourself exposed to somebody, and yet it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. All you're doing is capping on social media. That's all you're doing, Sarah. And at the same time, it doesn't mean it's okay, she argued. Cap. If I could have one wish for him, it would be that he is surrounded by feminist men.
Stop the cap.
Oh my god, bro. Surrounded by feminist men. Okay. Nice try, Sarah. If I could have one wish for him, it would be that he is surrounded by feminist men who can hold him accountable to grow in the ways he has expressed he wants to. Why would you want him to be around feminists? Feminists are the last thing that he wants to be around because they're the ones that are causing people to go nuts on social media, doing OnlyFans, doing porn, taking naked photos on social media. Is someone empowering, right? Is this what we're doing nowadays? Allowing feminists to incorrupt our minds? Cut the shit, dude. Like, she is basically out of her mind saying this crap. Like, you really want a man to be surrounded by feminists so that he can accept 304's bad behavior? Are you kidding me with that mess? Really? Girl, you ought to stop smoking so much weed, you didn't get your mind right. How about that? Hell, I think I've watched one video earlier of, I think the guy had an interview with some bras up somewhere in some other countries. I think it's in Mexico or in America, Italy, I don't know. But they went out of place. They go out, they have fun, and get their 304 on. And I see one of them pregnant with somebody's baby. Seriously, how do you make this up? Honestly, because if it was my girl, I would have completely ended that relationship. And if she tried to bring me on the Moy show or any other talk show to try to confirm that I'm the father of her kid, I'm gonna tell her no. Well, what I would have done is I would have probably get a DNA test. And then if that lie detector test came back that she's lying, oh, you best believe I'm gonna get my money back. Got me paying child support for somebody that is not even. Got me paying child support for somebody's child that's not even mine. When it's all due to her. Want to be a hoe, want to be a 304, want to go on a girl's trip, get wasted, get drunk, and act stupid and carry on. That is exactly what's going to happen. And as for Sarah, like I said, she took the L. And I hope to any man that is watching this video, know your worth. You deserve better. You know, wait for somebody to come to you. Or better yet, just get your passport. Get up out of here. Go find you someone who can treat you well he treat you like the king and you treat them like a queen. You know what I'm saying? Do what makes you happy, basically. In additional post, Brady addressed her own mental health concern, writing, I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to stop the cat. How is setting boundaries is controlling? And I swear they oh my goodness. I was watching um the Pink Book lessons on YouTube, and that video embarrassed me because all I see is a bunch of 304s letting people know that they don't want nobody controlling them. They can do whatever they want. They can wear whatever they want, you know. And if the kid sees them dressing like this, what, you go tell them that F them too? I can do whatever I want because I want my hot girl summer? Yeah, you're giving them a reason to judge you. So again, how is him setting boundaries in relationship controlling? Make it make sense. These people are crazy. Even in Hollywood. She added, it's been a year of healing and growth with the help of loved ones and doctors to get back to living my life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit. And I'm sure there's still much more healing from this abusive hit me. Sarah, you're just digging yourself into a deep hole right now. This is the delusion I'm talking about right here. If a man is setting boundaries in relationships, how is any of this abusive and controlling? There's a difference between setting boundaries and controlling. Her logic makes absolute zero sense to me because you're making it seem like he is being controlling and all he's doing was setting boundaries, and yet you got these bitter 304s believing in this crap. This is crazy. Now you know why it's hard to be a man out here. Because of feminism. You have the nerve to tell him and question him that he was around feminist people so he could learn how to grow and accept people. Girl, bye. Now the Hills reps Noah Brady's immediately responded to HuffPost respond for comment. Hill's name has been synonymous with mental health discussions in recent years, with the actor releasing his own mental health documentary, Stutz, about his therapist, Phil Stutz, last year in 2021. Hill also went viral after asking fans on social media to stop commenting on his body because it doesn't feel good. After Brady and Hill split in 2022, after a year together, the This Is the End actor kicked off a relationship with Olivia Miller. The pair set rumors about a possible engagement after a clothing store owner was spotted wearing a diamond ring in March. And news outlets confirmed in June that Hill and Miller have recently welcomed a baby girl. Now you see, when a man can't have, when he is not having a good relationship with his ex, which she was the one that tried to make it seem like he was the abusive one, where he's a good guy that has tried to set boundaries in a relationship, and you done nothing but treat him poorly, and you show no respect to the relationship whatsoever, and you're basically just telling him that I can do whatever I want. If he don't like it, he can get rocks. So there is basically no point of y'all being in a relationship if there is no trust of any parties. And so for Jonah, he did the right thing by giving her an ultimatum, by letting him go, because she was for the streets anyway. Then she goes to Twitter and Instagram to try to make it seem like he's the monster, but really she's the one that is the monster by lying and all of that. And so what he did was he got himself together. He he knew exactly what he wanted in life. He found him a right woman. They fell in love. They have a baby. So I believe that is what life is for you. So I guess you could say that Jonah, he got red pilled. I hope my ex has a daughter, Brady wrote on Instagram story. Seemingly addressing Hill, maybe she'll turn him into a real femme. Girl, shut up. Shut up with this man. See, this girl is crazy. She is delusional. She wants him to have a girl so she can become a feminist. What the hell? Are y'all seeing this right now? Man, oh man, oh man. This woman needs help. Even though she has mental issues, she's not healed. And then you're telling him and wishing that he has a daughter so she can become a feminist. Why would you want him to be a feminist? Like, girl, are you smoking crack or something? Like, how many more cocktails did you have? How many cigars would I smoke? Wow. This is embarrassing. Jonah Hill, you took the W, bruh. This is a W. It means that he won. And Sarah, she lost. Hill previously reviewed the rumors in February of 2022 that he proposed to Brady. The rumors are not true. I am engaged, but not to my girlfriend, he wrote on his Instagram. At the time, I am engaged to your mom. I know this is a shock, but please respect our privacy at this time. He's probably just trolling though, but make it seem like he proposed to Brady, but it's somebody else. Hopefully it's somebody else. Not with this crazy broad over here. Sarah is lunching. Like, this broad is absolutely insane. She wants him to be a feminist so he can learn how to accept bullcrap. And you calling him a narcissistic misogynist. And then you calling him insecure because accusing him of being in an emotional abusive partner because he set boundaries in a relationship. Not only that, but he gave you an ultimatum that you could either stop what you're doing, embarrassing me, or you could just go and get back in the streets. And so he did the right thing by letting her go back to the streets where she belongs. And then you got these crazy 304s on Twitter going crazy and making it seem like he's the monster when she's the one that is crazy in the head. You want him to be a feminist surrounded by feminist men. Then you wish he has a daughter so she could turn him into a feminist. So she could turn him into a feminist. You can't make this up, people. I wish I was lying, but I wasn't. This girl is nuts. I'm glad that Jonah left this broad. And hopefully he'll be able to be happy with his life and not be around this crazy chick like Sarah. She's the crazy one, not him.